Scent of everything you need. The clothes you wear, the coffee you drink.
Well, thank you very much. Indeed, believe it or not, Georgia's FDI has been growing during the last several years. In 2014, we had more than 80% growth in absolute numbers. It was 1.75 billion US dollars. In 2015, slightly down to 1.35, but still 22% above the average of the last 5 years. So Georgia's, what is the reason, you will ask probably. I think the most important and strongest reason for this growth is business-friendly policies, constantly reforming a business-friendly, service-oriented government, strong foreign trade relations, strategic location, of course. And Georgia is making a best of use of its free trade agreement with European Union that was signed recently 2 years ago. So the countries that do not have themselves free trade relation with European Union aim to invest in Georgia because Georgia is a great place for investment, because of its geographic location, because of it's one of the best doing business ranking, because of low tax rates, and according to World Economic Forum ranking, Georgia ranks 9th in worldwide as a least tax burden country, with its general tax rate 16.5%. Now we are launching even more liberal reforms to abolish profit tax so that only distributed earnings will be taxed. Reinvested earnings will be free of tax. So these are very important changes. I can say also, it was mentioned in the previous presentation that growth rates are important. So Georgia's GDP has been growing during the last years from 3 to 5%. This year we plan 3% growth rate. Next year our growth rate will be from 5 to 6%. And this is not only our projection, these are projections done by International Monetary Fund. There are important upcoming projects to modernize countries' infrastructure. The new deep sea port construction at the Black Sea coast, which is called Anaglia, aims to increase Georgia's transit potential, and the final aim of this port will be 100 million ton annual shipments. I can also say that predictability, as it was mentioned in the presentation, Georgia has excellent track of consulting business community. Recently, we have created Investor Council, where we have all dominant representatives of investor community. We have World Bank, IFC, we have EBRD, we have Asian Development Bank, we have major business associations sitting on Investor Council, and the Prime Minister is the chair of Investor Council. This is a platform for dialogue between public sector and private sector, and all upcoming legislative initiatives of economic character are discussed at this council, and there are no surprises for business community and for private sector. I mean negative surprises, of course.
That's very good. So the predictability of the regulatory framework. Also, if I may sort of interject, you also have a highly educated population, which is helpful.
Absolutely. Our education system is one of the best. It has been the best even in the former Soviet Union countries, but after the collapse of Soviet Union, we launched important reforms in education. And now we have even more ambitious agenda to focus more on professional education and on public-private partnerships between the government and public companies to increase, to close the gap between the labor market needs and the education sector. So these are very important changes. And adding, apart from geographic location and excellent doing business climate, of course, educated labor and relatively low infrastructure and energy costs are the main competitiveness credentials for Georgia in order to attract FDI.